slide talking about resiliency. I took the sources of Carl Sagan, The Pale Blue Dot, and then a poem from Goda's book, Stripped to the Bone, by Naomi Shihab Nye. I hope I'm probably butchering that, but yes. So the quote that I took from Carl Sagan is, "There is perhaps no better demonstration of the folly of human conceits than this distant image of our tiny world. To me, it underscores our responsibility to deal more kindly with one another and to preserve and cherish the pale blue dot, the only home we've ever known." So for me, this really hit home during our last class. That really applies to then being exiled from your homeland, or being exiled in general, or feeling lost and forgotten, feeling like a part of you is gone forever and missing, and being resilient. Is that okay? Like he said, the only home we've ever known. This little glimpse of sand in the cosmic universe is our Earth. Is our home. And we have decided to treat each other this way. We have decided to put these people through suffering. It could be the First Nations, it could be refugees, it could be immigrants, it could be any form of discrimination, racism, sexism, being biasism, being biased. I don't even know if that was a word. All these horrible things and all this suffering we've put onto people, specifically right now, refugees and immigrants. We've done this to each other. We've put this as a self-inflicted, what we've done. There's no puppeteer, in that picture of Earth from Saturn, from Voyager 1. There's no puppeteer, controlling our every move, or a girl playing dollhouse above the Earth. It's us. And we've done this to these people. So then, through all this suffering that we've done, the most beautiful thing about the part of resiliency for me that I understood is that these people that have gone through this, they find the silver lining. They still find that drive to be happy, that drive to thrive, that excitement for life, that need to be better and do better and to live. So an example of this is the poem My Father and the Fig Tree. The last time he moved, I got a phone call. My father in Arabic chanting a song I'd never heard. What's that? He took me out back to the new yard, there in the middle of Dallas, Texas, a tree with the largest, fattest, sweetest figs in the world. It's a fig tree song, he said, plucking his fruits like ripe tokens, emblems, assurance of a world that was always his own. This poem struck me for resiliency because this poem was written through suffering and pain, and and at the end, all this hope, all of that pain became worth it. It was this hope of this fig tree, and knowing that everything will be okay eventually, that we will get through this, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, that there is joy in this world, that there is a purpose to life. I just thought this was absolutely beautiful to encompass resiliency in exile, that all these people have been through. There's still beauty in the world for them. They still find this beauty in this poem. It was a fig tree. They find this happiness for themselves. And I think that's absolutely stunning, to go through all those horrible things and still be able to find beauty in the world, love, happiness. Same thing with Mr. Saboni, the Aleppo soap maker. He went through so much, him and his family, and yet he still was able to find a piece of himself here, bring a piece of himself with him as well, and, make this beautiful story for him and his family. And then that wonderful lady, Mrs. Aliyah, I want to say her name properly, Mrs. Asila Ashmawi. I will never forget how happy she was when she told us about getting her Canadian citizenship, and the photo that she shared with us, how that small piece of paper, just this piece of paper that then declares like you as a Canadian citizen, just made everything worth it for her. And I just think that's so beautiful. And then through Mahmoud Darwish, I don't know if I say his name right at all, but through his poetry, all of these people gone through so much suffering, and yet they were able to find the beauty and the hope in the world. And I just think that shows real resiliency. That shows real perseverance on this pale blue dot that we've decided, like, that is our only home that we've only known, as Carl Sagan would say, and we decided to do to each other. But they are the real better version of the human race, the people that have gone through suffering and have had to be resilient in the biggest ways. So yes, that is my, I